scene in this neighborhood has changed radically.
A snowy owl perched on a rooftop in Cyprus.
It is a rare sight for Southern California.
This is a snowy owl, native to the Arctic.
Last December, this bird decided to show up, and it allowed me to just forget everything. I own an engineering company, putting in new electrical distribution systems, medium voltage and low voltage systems for venues. My primary function at this company is to make sure that everybody gets to keep their job, go home, and have a good life. I had to decide whether or not to go to lawsuit with a company over millions of dollars, and the level of anxiety that I can describe for something like that, you're never happy. You wake up, you have about maybe 15 seconds of bliss, and then the thought enters your mind, oh yeah, I'm living this life. That owl did something different to me. I was getting an escape.
My kids had moved out and gone off to college, so I was like the empty nester. So I was looking for something, and I just fell on politics. I was making a real difference. And then one day I woke up my husband at night and I said, something is wrong. I don't know what it is. And I had this severe headache like I've never had in my life. So he took me to the emergency room, and almost immediately there were 2 people, and then all of a sudden it became 4 and 6, and then I knew something was wrong, and I kind of started to panic. I later realized I had a stroke. People would talk to me and say something, and I would forget what they said. Everything I had accomplished was just gone. It's just over. I just thought it was over.
My father and I, we were very close ever since I was a child. We spent a lot of time birding throughout our entire life. He was a birder since he was a kid, and I was also a birder since I was a kid. The feeling of just always looking for unusual birds brought a lot of joy to me, and a lot of our adventures involved birding for sure. He had a stroke, and I became his primary caregiver, doing a lot of the things you need to do when someone's bedridden. And so there's, it's not always the easiest thing to do. I wouldn't have it any other way all the time I got to spend with my father. He passed away on Father's Day. It was a difficult time in a lot of ways in my life. I was kind of wondering, I was thinking at the new year, I'm going to have to do something different, right? I gotta do something different. I have to.
We were walking one day, and I saw something on the roof, and I told my husband, I said, there's an owl on the roof. And he goes, no, it's one of those ornament things. And I said, but it moved.
I came to work and I started sitting for all these meetings. And I have an assistant, his name is Pime. So I told Pime, I'm like, hey, listen, there's reports of this bird. Go over there and see if you can find this.
December 27th, I saw a rare bird alert, and I saw that there's a snowy owl on that. And when I looked carefully, it was within about a 5-minute walk of my house here. And it's lucky I was dressed, because I would have gone in my pajamas. I don't think I would have cared.
I noticed that my phone on the edge of the table was kind of buzzing, and it was moving across the table. I had 5 missed calls from Pime and 13 text messages. It dawned on me this bird's actually there. And I just put my phone down and I'm like, guys, I gotta go. I had my nice cameras and my tripod all ready, and I just threw everything in the car and I just drove out. I think I peeled out of the parking lot.
I started out with this stroke, and I just wanted to be in my house, and I didn't want anyone to see me. I was so scared. But it was my need to know and see the owl that was greater than my fear. I took my walker, and there's some people out there, and I'm walking on my sidewalk, and I'm looking and looking, where's the owl, where's the owl? And then suddenly I found myself standing in the crowd. The owl seemed like it was looking at me. And it was like this owl took a special moment just to say, yeah, I've seen you. It's not your imagination. Then it was more people were coming. And there's a news truck. It was just our neighborhood street thing, and then all of a sudden, it just boomed.
A rare and beautiful sight in Orange County.
Yes, people are flocking to see this large raptor.
The majestic creature drew quite a crowd of onlookers.
Phones and long lenses aimed at a single bird on a roof. So for whatever reason, that snowy owl likes this Cypress neighborhood. Reporting live in Cypress, I'm Susan Harasuna, Fox 11 News.
It's a big deal that this owl is in our neighborhood.